talked about fraud in the 2020 election in Korea. Do you see the same patterns in 2020 as you saw in 2025?
Yes, that's one thing you notice is that the same things that I found in 2020, you saw them in 2022, 2024, and 2025. The same specifics. If anything, there's even more evidence now because Korean citizens have actually realized the danger, and they have done a good job of organizing themselves and putting themselves in place to actually monitor what is going on. So the evidence is there. You've seen some of it on the videos. But nonetheless, citizens can only do so much. And it does require actually an honest government, an honest electoral commission, and more than anything else, an aggressive media, aggressive press that sees its job as digging up corruption. And without all that, there's only so much citizens can do, and sometimes even little support from overseas, from elsewhere, can be helpful. One notes that one was hoping that before the election that there would at least be a favorable reference made by somebody in the Trump administration to the idea of honest, consensual governments. That's all it had to be. And honest, consensual elections, fair elections. Just had to say that. Maybe it's not too late, but it would have been nice to have that come before, because you do that and you're giving oxygen to people who are just trying to defend their government, their society, their system. And if you don't, well, the bad guys who are conducting the wrongdoing, well, they see, well, nobody else is interested. We're not going to get caught. So even small messages, small words can make a big difference. And that is something that would have been nice to have seen ahead of time. But as I said, what I saw in 2020, it's the same stuff. It's just a little better documented now, and it takes a real effort to ignore the evidence. And, you know, as I've seen so many people who just say, baseless debunked. Well, did you look? No. Well, how do you know? Well, it's baseless debunked. Well, did you look? No. I think you see some of the sort of idiocy which is going on, and it's a willful ignorance that we're seeing.